Today in the grain markets, soybeans were up. The futures did follow the soybean oil higher. I think they were up. The futures got up 15 cents really today. It seems that 12.50 mark perhaps could be more of a resistance level to try to break through. But the market, continues to march higher today. Even though that soybean oil hit its highest number in 2 months, we did have a little bit of a retreat, but today kind of a bit somewhat of a bounce back. Also, meal kind of surged too, but also it kind of retreated. It started lower, then really made a new high for just recent high, and then pulled back a little bit. So I think that the market's a little bit choppy. So the bean complex overall, though, does have a little bit momentum to the upside. So we have to look at that. Right now, the CVAL for soybeans is 17.4%. The soybean oil is down on CVAL to 33.4%, and the soybean meal is up. So the soybean meal was the one that actually had a little bit more activity, even though it kind of pulled back some. And that CVAL is at 22.8%. Now, harvest is at 74% for soybeans, so we still have a little ways to go before we're completely finished. And of course, demand is really going to be the next thing on the table. Now, today, corn was lower, a little bit of a surprise there, but money managers did reduce their long positions, and I think that put some pressure on the market. The futures did start lower, then pushed to a new high at 767 before we had that pullback. So kind of a surprise, especially that some experts say that they're looking at an objective of $6 for corn. So that's something that we've got to watch. The option open interest kind of bears that out as well, with the $6 strike having 40,000 open interest. But perhaps we have to also watch that the strike that has the most open interest is the $5 strike at 60,000. We still have a couple more weeks before option expiration, and perhaps we're going to have a little bit more of a choppy market, but it's something to certainly watch for going forward. Now, the CVAL for corn is at 23.1%, and harvest is at 65%, so it's got a little bit more ways to go even than soybeans before all the numbers are completely in. Now, wheat was firm today. The concerns of tighter global supplies was driving the market a little bit higher. And actually, wheat is kind of leading the grain market up. The futures did jump up about 10 cents before a little bit of a pullback. Now, the French wheat is, those prices are a little bit higher. That's kind of pushing the market up. Funds were caught a little bit short, and perhaps that's offering some support as well. So we're going to be looking at that. With Minneapolis wheat well over $10, I would have expected the Chicago wheat to move a little bit faster towards that $8 mark. It hasn't done that yet, but the open interest is still pretty high on the way up there. The CVAL for wheat is at 25.9%, and the grains really have a firmer tone, but have a long way to go before we're overbought. So it's something to look at.